Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Christine. I will leave all my socials down below. Now today we will be reviewing the new Anastasia Beverly Hills X Amrezy palette. So if you want to see how I got this look and what I think of the palette, then keep watching. So to be completely transparent with you guys, when I first saw the notifications on social media that this palette was actually coming out, my first thought was I'm not going to purchase the palette, only because I have so many palettes at home and I figured with some of the neutrals I can kind of dupe older palettes that I have in my home. But when I went to Sephora the day before yesterday, I saw the palette in person, and let me tell you guys that social media and pictures do not do this palette justice. I was shook. I didn't get to play with it because I wanted to get the real first impressions on camera, but looking at it in person, I was shook. Like, for some reason, you guys just have to go in person and check it out if you haven't purchased it already. So let's just get right into it. This is the unicarton it comes in. Now, if you guys know me, you guys know that I am obsessed with the color pink. That is my favorite color besides orange, but pink is like my top fave. So of course, I am in love with this packaging so far. Now in the back, it's your typical ABH palette. It has all the ingredients. It says it's cruelty-free and it has a shelf life of 18 months. So I don't know if the previous ABH palettes have this, and maybe I just didn't notice. But a cute little detail to note is that this unicarton has like a little flap here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Now, if you're a person with long nails, this is perfect because I always find myself trying to dig my nail into the unicarton to open it. But this little flap allows you to literally just push it and it opens like that. I don't know if other ABH palettes have that, but I just noticed this, so I don't know. Now, opening the palette up, this is gorgeous. It says Amrezy in the front. Now, if you guys don't know who Amrezy is, her real name is actually Amra, and she is like the OG IG baddie. She's gorgeous. She's been on social media for quite some time. I followed her for a while now, for years. She's always known for posting mainly like beautiful outfits of the day and, you know, with great scenery in the back. So if you guys don't know of her, please check her out. She's on social media. I will write down her social media down below. Now, opening the palette, of course, it has your standard eyeshadow brush, which I'm obsessed with. I'm gonna take it out before it falls. And this is what the palette looks like. And for some reason, looking at it, it almost looks like these formulas on the top are new formulas from ABH. I could be wrong, but they don't look like anything I've seen so far. So comparing a previous palette to the current Amrezy palette, this is the Prism palette. This palette has 14 shadows. The new Amrezy palette has 16. So just for size difference, this is the size difference of the two palettes. And in the inside, this is the comparison. So you get an extra 2 shadows, which is really nice. I will link everything down below, pricing, where you get the palette, etc. So I'm ready to play with this palette, so we're gonna jump right in. I'm gonna pull you guys closer and we're gonna start a look. So you guys know I do my eyebrows off of camera to save you guys some time. So I don't really have anything on my face other than moisturizer and concealer around my eyes. So jumping right in, the first color I want to try is BK, which is this jet black color. Now the kickback is your standard ABH. If you purchased ABH before, there is some kickback. It's not anything crazy, but just to let you guys know, that's what it looks like. I'm gonna take my brush You guys know I like to start with the darkest color first and work my way up. I just find that's what works best for me, but you guys can do whatever your heart desires. But working this way, I just find that you can see the gradation and the separate colors individually, as opposed to you working with the light color first and then darkening it up. I feel like it kind of gets muddy in the process. So I know this looks crazy, but we are gonna cut the crease, so don't worry about that. Now this is a really nice black, super pigmented. I've never really had problems with ABH for the most part. Of course, there have been colors that I gravitate more towards and some colors I gravitate less towards. But for the most part, they're pretty consistent with their eyeshadows. The only complaint that I feel a lot of people have is the fallout and the kickback. But if you're a person that doesn't care about that, then you should be fine. Next, I want to work into the shade 1988, which is this shade here. And I'm just taking that 1988 shade and putting it right on top of the bouquet color while blending it at the same time. That's really pigmented. Next, I want to jump into that shade New Yorker. Now, if you're from New York like I am, you understand what this is. My husband is always making fun of my accent. He says I have an accent and he's always making fun of my accent. He's saying, you know, the way I say butter. He says I say butter. Whatever. So I want to jump into the shade New Yorker, which is this one here, and just apply that directly on top of 1988 while at the same time blending the two together. Okay, just to let you guys know, with the New Yorker shade, I'm going to show you guys the kickback. It is actually more than the two previous shades. That's what the kickback looks like. Of course, the kickback doesn't bother me, but since I'm reviewing the product, I figure I inform you guys. But we are going to cut the crease and apply the same colors on this eye, cut that crease, and I will be right back. Okay, so we are back. Both of the creases are cut. Now, I want to continue jumping into Barb, which is this one here. Now, whenever you're using eyeshadows that are glittery in consistency, so whether it's glittery or metallic, me personally, I like to use a thicker base for it, like a Tarte Shape Tape, for example. I find using a thicker consistency primer under the eyeshadow works better because it has more to grab onto. This color is gorgeous. The only thing is I don't think it's going to pick up on camera because of all the lights, but it's super glittery and it is gorgeous. Next, I want to try Cupcake, which is this shade here. Oh my God, this is gorgeous. I am obsessed. This is my favorite color so far. Next, I'm going to use the shade Amrezy, which is this shade here. Now I'm going to apply the same colors on the other eye, so I'll just speed that up a bit. Next, I want to use some of that shade BK, which is that previous black that we had used, and make like a liner. Now, of course, I'm going to clean it up on the bottom with concealer, so I know it looks a little messy now, but it won't look messy in a few. Now, when cleaning the liner, you want to plug your skin tight. Okay guys, so what I want to do next is I want to just clean this up, apply my complexion products, and I will be back to finish the bottom lash line of the look, and then we can complete our review. Okay guys, so we are back and I wanted to apply something new on my waterline. This is the new Fenty Beauty Fly Pencil. Now, of course, I was going to incorporate that blue in the Amrezy palette, so I figure I'd try this new Fenty Beauty liner out. And this liner is in the shade Lady Lagoon. Okay guys, now I want to take that shade Leo, which is that blue. I'm sure everyone is obsessing over this blue. And I just want to pop it in my inner corner. And no Amrezy look is complete without using the first collaboration with Anastasia and Amrezy. This is their highlighter. And then I like to take the brush that I use my bronzer with and just dust over that so it's not a harsh line. And there you have it, guys. This is the completed look. I'm going to give you guys a close-up. So this is a close-up of the completed look. I'm obsessed with the pop of blue in the inner corner. I think it's different. So this is the completed look. Now, what do I think of the palette overall? Honestly, guys, I am super impressed with this palette. I'm obsessed with the packaging. You know, this is so me. Anything pink and that glitters is right up my alley. In terms of the shades, now I've tried a total of 6 shades on my lids. They were all pretty pigmented, minus the Barb shade, which is this shade here. Now this shade I feel is more of a topper. It's super glittery, which I love, and this is what I have in the beginning of my eye look. But it's one of those shades that are better off as a topper. So that's the only thing to keep in mind. Everything else was super pigmented. Now the downside of this palette is there was quite a bit of fallout and kickback. So if you're a person that doesn't like that, I would just recommend going to Sephora and swatching it for yourself to see how you like the consistency. Another thing to keep in mind with this palette, the shade BK, which was that black, is super pigmented. So it can get a little messy because of its pigmentation. So just keep that in mind. I would recommend, if you are using the shade BK, applying your complexion products after you do your eye look. But do I recommend this product? Absolutely. I think this is a beautiful palette. I want to congratulate Amrezy and Anastasia Beverly Hills for creating such a beautiful collaboration. This is their second collaboration. The first one, of course, was the highlighter, which we all love. This is another staple item that I think everyone is going to enjoy who has this in their hands. Again, I'm going to give you guys a close-up so you get a full gist of the eye look. This is the eye look. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And if you did enjoy this review, please give this video a like. It helps me realize what you guys like to see for the future videos. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Click that little subscribe notification and also click the notification for all, which will notify you every single time I post a new video. With that being said, I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.